Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that exists all over the world.
Yeah, that type of iconography of usually a woman, but sometimes a man, all the way back into like Kara Hayek, Turkey, like one of those Göbekli Tepe type of sites, has this symbol, and that type of symbol. You s- let
Yeah,
me
look at
let-
that
all over the
Master of
place.
Animals one, the Wikipedia one in the middle. The gray one? Yeah, right there where your cursor just was, Jamie. No, the one where your cursor was. Sorry, above that. That's cool too. But above that, that one. What's that one from?
I don't know.
Wild.
I know that is crazy.
Because it looks like it's got two monsters next to her. That image that we were just looking on.
There we go.
There it is. There it is right there. Like, what the fuck is that? What are those things next to her? They look like some kind of lion lizard
or-
hybrid.
yeah.
But look, they have like
Dragon.
lizard tongues.
Snake.
Yeah.
It's tough to say. I mean, obviously not a
A
snake.
tail
with
and
feet, but
wings.
Yeah.
They have wings. Like, what the fuck is that? And why does that exist all over the world?
That's really where, like, it's an interesting thing that when you see that kind of iconography, it's not the argument of, well, a nail looks like a nail anywhere because you invented a nail. That falls apart because this is just symbols, right? This is just symbolism. So that was imply some contact, right?
Right.
And,
Why-
and
why
it
do
shows
we-
up way long ago.
Yeah. And why? Yeah. How is that getting all around the world?
Clearly people are bringing it. Now, see, there's one place, just because I don't necessarily ascribe to lost technology or ancient high technology, don't get me wrong, when it comes to like lost civilization, I'm very much of the opinion that there was a civilization from before 12,000 years ago that got wiped out by some sort of cataclysm. I don't think that they had like real high technology, but it wouldn't have taken much technology for them to appear better than their contemporaries.
And we see evidence for that today too, which is a really good point. People say, how is it possible that the rest of the world could have been so far behind? Well, they were. Okay, first of all, with the Egyptians, they definitely were.
Exactly.
Definitely. Like proven, everybody else was way far behind them. But even today, my friend Paul Rosalie, he lives in the Amazon. He protects rainforests and hires these people that used to be loggers to now protect the rainforest, and amazing guy. He just filmed the other day an uncontacted tribe. Just the other day. Wow. There's uncontacted tribes all throughout there. They're completely naked and they're living a subsistence lifestyle in the Amazon forest. Who knows what their fucking language is?
Yeah.
Who knows what their culture is about?
Who knows
But this
what
is
they know?
a completely uncontacted tribe that exists today, along with us with AI on our smartphones.
Yeah, exactly.
Same time period, right? So the idea that this couldn't exist at other parts of the world in the past, no, it
Yeah.
fucking for sure could. By the way, it fucking did in the 1800s when settlers were making their way across the United States.
The sun never sets on the British Empire was because Europe was hop, skip, and a jump ahead of the rest of the world when it came to sailing and conquering people. And that's, I mean, you could argue about whether that's good or bad or whatever.
But it just existed.
It
existed.
When we're talking about the abilities, they were better at it.
And in the United States, it's the best example. In what was going on when settlers came from Europe and making their way across the country, they were encountering Stone Age tribes.
Yeah, effectively, yes.
100% Stone Age. They were using stone tools.
Yeah.
They were using flint arrowheads.
Yeah.
They
There was
were,
a couple of people that had copper, but they weren't making weapons by and large from it.
right. They were making like jewelry and stuff. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, but it's just a natural function of how human beings adapt to their environment. And it seems that the Nile Valley in Egypt was an abundant, rich environment that had so much resources it allowed those people to stay there and thrive for thousands of years.
And if you think of the area being a green Sahara, and then it slowly gets smaller, that Nile Delta would explain that concentration of people and ideas and stuff, because you've got what was once spread out across a large area being all shoved together.
Yeah.
You're making it almost a proto-city type of thing or whatever. Yeah, I'm of the opinion that whatever the lost civilization was, I'm of the opinion that they were really good at seafaring, which made that they were really good at astronomy. And I have to myself, I think that like the handbag symbol, I think that that's a symbol of their ability to, I think like that it is a symbol for a day, like we were talking about before on that pillar at Göbekli Tepe, that there's 3 of those handbags, and he says each one it's actually a sunrise. It's a
Why is the handbag a sunrise?
it's the ground, and it's a sun. It's not an actual handbag. It's a ground, and could you look up Göbekli Tepe pillar 43? Sorry, Jamie. Thank you. In that case, it looks less like a handbag because there's nobody holding it. And in this case, Dr. Martin Sweatman's done the work, and looks like it's 3 different days he has it symbolized as. So going with that, you see that's 3 handbags there, each one with an animal next to it. He believes that that's denoting the...
So not a handbag, but the arc of the sun over the earth.
Yes. So when somebody's holding one of those, I think that it's a symbol for a knowledge of astronomy that most people don't have. The kind of a knowledge that
so the astronomers are the people holding the handbags.
They're
the ones who could explain to you the cycles of time.
And they're the ones that were capable of seafarers. They were the ones that when they would show up, they would have the same teamwork, the same ability to work with ropes and all that shit they could use to move megaliths. The same mathematics or an extension of it. It's the kind of thing that would be easier for them to move a big rock with a team of guys that have worked together working on boats than it would be for them to move a big rock with a team of people who had never done anything like that before. And that would also explain why a lot of times these are lined up with stars and shit like that, because astronomy would be very important to them. So I do think that there was a lost civilization. I mean, even simple shit like the bow and arrow, in all honesty, if you think about how complicated that would be to effectively create all the way. It's easy for a dude to figure out the tension, but building a flight and an arrow that's like weighted, it's way different than a spear. It's being launched from the back, not the center, so you can't just transfer it over. This is requiring multiple people over multiple generations, in my opinion. I think that